Hello and welcome to the channel. If you haven't done so already, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe. Really appreciate it. So Microsoft has announced that they are going to keep making consoles in the foreseeable future. We are not going into the digital age where everything is cloud-based. Not yet, because still, internet is not available whole everywhere in the world where streaming can completely take over. It's good that Microsoft is investing into their cloud based system that they already have in place. But anyway, that's the good news. Now, for those that are going to say, I'm just going to play the games on PS6, why would I need to buy the next generation Xbox in order to play Xbox games when they're just going to end up on the PlayStation anyway? And that's a good question. That's very. It's a good question. Now, the problem with that is Game Pass. Game Pass is a subscription service where you pay a certain amount of money and you get to play all of the games that Microsoft makes first party. Now, we probably will see a price increase. Even with the price increase, it's still the best place to play, to be honest, especially on a subscription base comparing to what Sony has to offer. You don't get those day one, big blockbuster games like you would on PlayStation, like Ghost of Yotei that's coming out this year. If that was a Microsoft first party games, guess what? You get to play it for free. Well, not really for free because you're paying for a subscription, but yeah, anyway. So, my best advice that I can give you guys, if you are interested into the next generation of Xbox, either you can get yourself the Xbox and have all the Game Pass games on there, or right now is the time to invest in a PC. This is your time, especially if you have a current gen console right now and you want to play Microsoft games. Obviously, they're coming over to the PlayStation 5, but those games are going to be costing $80 to $90 for every single title. Now, if you add that up, that ends up being a large chunk of change. That's why I'm telling you to just purchase yourself a PC, a gaming setup, whether it's like $900 or even $1,500 is a good budget. I think that $1,500 is a good price for you to get something decent with like a 5070, or even if you go older, get yourself something with like a 4080 that's going to be able to handle all these games that are coming out in 4K, looking absolutely fucking crispy on a 4K monitor. Or if you want to go with 1440, it's still going to look damn good. And then that way you can get PC for Game Pass, which is still quite affordable in my opinion. It's like $11 per month. For me, myself, I have the Game Pass Ultimate, which gives me access to the cloud. It also gives me access to the PC games as well as the Xbox. My Xbox has been collecting dust for the few months now because I'm playing all the Xbox games right here on my PC, experiencing it all in 4K 240 refresh rate, and it looks absolutely nice. And I recently just upgraded my PC, which that video is coming soon because yeah, I just need to find time. But I've been using my PC way more than I have touched my two consoles. I got the friggin' PS5 Pro, the Xbox Series X, and I just purchased the Switch 2, which I have been playing that too. I've been enjoying my Switch 2, playing in the comfort of my own bed. It's actually a pretty solid console. I've been playing a lot of Mario Kart. I haven't touched any of the other games that I got for it, but I'll let you guys know how it is. But anyway, when we go over to the article, let me go ahead and switch that over right here and fix that up for y'all. So Microsoft confirms that the next generation Microsoft confirms first party next generation Xbox consoles, announces deal with AMD, and promises full backward compatibility with your existing Xbox library, which is good. We hate to lose our our library of games that we've been collecting and not even being able to have access to it. That's one thing that PlayStation learned from going from the PS3 to PS4, you can play those games, and then going from PS4 to PS5, you can play pretty much all of PS4 games on your freaking on your console, on your PS5. So let me go ahead and zoom in a little bit here. Oops, too much. So Microsoft announced a partnership with AMD Power to next generation of its console, Xbox, including its first-party future Xbox consoles, announcing that we're building the next generation of Xbox first-party devices in cloud, including our future Xbox consoles. Together with AMD, Microsoft said in a statement, Microsoft failed to detail plans, but did promise next level performance, cutting edge graphics, breakthrough gameplays, and unmatched compatibility. It also said everything's working on will be fully compatible with users' existing games, which is good. We've established a strategic multi-year agreement with AMD to co-engineer silicon across portfolio of devices, including our next generation Xbox. Together, we're delivering deeper visual quality, immersive gameplay, and AI-powered experiences, grounded in a platform designed for players not tied to a single store or device. So what that means is they're going to continue to keep making these multi-platform games. So you'll see a lot more Xbox games going to the PlayStation 5 as well as the Nintendo Switch as well. Your existing Xbox library is going to be, fully backward compatible. In a video, Xbox president Sarah Bond said Microsoft was investing in our next generation's hardware lineup across consoles, handheld, PC, cloud, and accessories. The news confirmed Microsoft planned to release another home Xbox console, as well as Xbox handheld. No release date was mentioned, but Bond did say we can't wait to show you what's next. So all this stuff has been already in development for the past, years, because as soon as they're done building one console, they start planning for the future, because all this stuff takes time. And of course, technology does advance in a very fast pace. So it's hard for them to keep up. That's why you see the mid-gen refresh. But Microsoft this time around, they had built the Xbox Series X was a solid console. So they felt like they don't need a pro version. The Xbox Series X can handle whatever, any new technology game-wise, it can handle it. So you can throw the kitchen sink on the Xbox Series X, and you'll be able to handle it just as good as the PlayStation 5 Pro. The PlayStation 5 Pro it's good on its own. It's I don't know. It's like slight increase to what you see, but when you're looking at it from a visual standpoint, there's not much of a difference, to be honest. It's just that you're getting way more performance out of it. Now you can play in fidelity mode, and it looks buttery smooth, like the frame rate and everything. Even if you choose performance mode as well, performance mode is going to perform obviously better, but it's also going to have that great visual in it. I guess that's kind of like one of the main reasons they were pushing it down our throats, and we just have to take it. But overall, in my opinion, I think the Xbox isn't going anywhere. It definitely just wants to expand on its business, and they want to continue to generate as much money as they can, and they feel like going third party will definitely do that for them. Now, to me, I feel like the subscription is really nice, so I don't have to keep purchasing certain games, especially games that I'm not too sure or sold on. I can just try it out on Game Pass and see whether I like it or not. And if I like it, obviously I'm going to buy it later on down the road. I don't have to. I can play the full experience right with my Game Pass subscription. To me, that's huge comparing to buying a game at $80, especially since Microsoft just announced that they're raising their prices of all their games, which is ludicrous in my opinion. Sony's like, no, we're gonna wait and see. And speaking of Sony, how come they're talking about the PlayStation 6 when they should be focusing on games for the PlayStation 5? They should be talking more about the games, because people want to see more games for the PlayStation 5 in the foreseeable future. We want to see Wolverine. We've heard nothing since they put out that trailer about Wolverine, and then a bunch of stuff got leaked out because Sony was hacked. But I need to see more from Sony. Sony needs to definitely step up their game. And speaking of Sony, shout out to Shift Up with their Stellar Blade coming out to PC. That game is breaking records. It sold 3 million copies. Sold 3 fucking million copies sold. Even though Sony has been hindering that game with censorship and all this other nonsense, that game is it's on the right track to making more money for Shift Up, and therefore we're getting another sequel, which is huge. So, anyways, that's all I have to say for now. As always, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And the future looks very, very bright. Whether you're an Xbox fan or a PlayStation fan, it seems like we're gonna be eating pretty good in a few years, at least. Until Grand Theft Auto comes out. When Grand Theft Auto comes out, then, I'm just gonna go hibernating for like a month or two to play the shit out of it. Anyways, as always, I'll catch you guys in the next one.